Outside of it, the Marlon situation is sad. It's a week overdue. I should have been watched this. Whoops. Hold up. Make sure I'm not showing. Okay. See what's talking about.
Crashing out. He's like, yo, if you told me it was gonna be like Speed, like then I would have never done it. I was like, brother, like, how am I supposed to know?
And I said, to bed. What I say? So what I say? Good? Okay.
Streamers like iShowSpeed have been setting a crazy precedent when it comes to going around the world and streaming it live, getting massive amount of people that recognize him, support him, and basically follow him around the entire time he's traveling. But it seems like recently other people have been wanting to do the exact same thing, and a streamer named Marlon wanted to try that but in Europe, and it did not go very well for him because the people out there that recognized him and noticed him could not behave in the slightest, screaming crazy things, saying slurs at one point, and even at a certain point screaming his ex's name no matter where he was, and even at a certain point had his security team quitting on him in the middle of him being somewhere because of how reckless they were. But I don't want to yap too much, so why don't we just start from the very beginning with how all of this happened and who these people are in the first place.
It gets to a point a lot of times in my career, especially lately, I'm gonna be honest, I see that joke. I laugh at it. I'm be honest. And we all know why people talk online. You know, they want to get clips and clicks.
This right here, in case you're unaware, is Marlon. He's a pretty popular streamer who has been blowing up a lot recently and has been hanging out with people like the FaZe Boys, even joining their new group called Core. His content, like any other streamer, consists of desktops, reactions, gaming, maybe here and there, but he dibbles and dabbles in the IRL scene as well. And most recently started to do more IRLs and wanted to announce a trip just like iShowSpeed's US tour. Instead, he was going to do it in Europe though and go around there just filming, exploring each place for only one day though.
We will be leaving for Europe in a week. Couple countries that is already decided, it is not fully laid out yet. It is not fully laid out yet, okay? Couple countries that we're gonna hit: Germany, coming to Germany, Italy, Greece, and we got about 4 more countries after that. And yes, we are going back to Sweden for another 1v1 tournament. We have to. So I'm not gonna go to the same countries. The only same country I'm gonna hit is going to be Sweden because I want to do different. Sweden, I always have to go. I'm gonna say one more. We're going back to the place where I first ever started. Turkey, man. Everything is about how much time I got before the World Cup, which is around like 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm gonna be out there for like 3 weeks, pretty much.
Having streamers go out to different places, IRL streaming, having fun.
Ooh, when does the World Cup start? Chat, we will be in New York for the World Cup. We will be there.
Is a normal thing at this point, and a lot of people are genuinely curious to explore these places but not actually go there. So streamers like Marlon, iShowSpeed, all going out there and showing off places that people could never be, is actually pretty interesting, especially when they have planned streams and stuff that they're doing. The idea in itself is a fun and good idea, especially when you're a content creator. The issue only arises when the people there don't treat you how they're supposed to, which didn't even happen for Marlon initially. It seemed like when he first touched down in places like Germany or Turkey, he was getting a lot of respect, and a lot of people were actually showing a bunch of love, to the point of him even being able to host a basketball tournament with the mayor's approval, him coming down personally in order to help with everything.
What happened was, I just want to say real quick, the mayor saw that I wanted to do a tournament, reached out, we talked to him. Usually you gotta have like paperwork, all that stuff for this many people to come around to one area with police and stuff. He said, I want to show up, I want to help you with it. So he's made all this happen. He's going to show up in like 5-10 minutes. And I'm going to shake his hand and just be respectful and all that stuff. So shout out to the mayor.
I already know what a lot of y'all are probably thinking. Hey, Novely, that's just the mayor. He's trying to make his country look good and not look disrespectful, actually showing love because he knows Marlon has a lot of pull. And people are going to look at this place negatively if they are rude to him. Well, that might be the case. There were also his fans that weren't being weird as well. In the beginning, they were actually just being cool, maybe a little light trolling here and there, but nothing too crazy. Like when Marlon was going around doing a challenge where he had to get back to where he was staying with basically no money. Some guy pulled up, asked for a picture, said he would give him $10, and just ended up driving off, which might seem crazy, but it's just a little bit of light trolling.
10? Yeah? My guy. I know. Yeah. Yes, sir, bro. Hey, you got 10 yours? Yeah. Yeah?
No, Muddy. Your buddy left you stranded. Nah, that's crazy. Flick and dip. That's crazy. Gotta sit down after that.
Moments like these and hospitalities like the mayor made it seem like Marlon's Europe tour was actually going to do perfectly fine. It was going well. He had a couple of guests on. He already traveled a couple of places, and overall, people seemed to be enjoying it. By the clips, his actual community and streams, everything about it seemed perfect until we got to Greece, where it seems like a lot of people were being as rude as possible to him. No matter what he was doing or how he was acting, these fans were just on a whole different level of rude. And because he's streaming the entire thing, no matter where he went or what he did, they were constantly going to be able to find him and interrupt his stream in the most obscene way, which started pretty light but still a bit annoying, of them going around following him, yelling his ex's names no matter where he went.
Yeah, just keep it. Good? Okay. Oh yeah? Okay.
If I was him, I would have crashed. I would have crashed.
Good to meet you. Marlon. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Yeah, of course. Guys, let her keep it. Just let her keep it, man. Gotcha. Okay, good to meet you. Okay, take care.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's bad. Yo, that's bad. That's bad. Damn.
Relax. That shit not funny, bro.
Marlon's tour and these fans right here show every single problem that comes with IRL streaming. No matter where he goes or how he acts, these people can constantly just pull up his stream and find out where he is, taking his exact trains, following exactly where his car is, going his exact stores. They have bad intentions, even though their intentions are just ruining his stream, then they can do basically whatever they wanted. And doing stuff like this not only makes you lame, but it's also pretty odd to do, especially if you call yourself a fan of Marlon's. But you're probably sitting here thinking, man, they can't be fans, they're just kids laughing, trolling them, and they actually don't even enjoy his content. Well, you can see that basically the exact same thing happened with people that are supposed to be fans of his, going up asking for pictures, but apparently saying slurs to Marlon instead, and then being surprised when he ends up walking away from them because of the weird stuff they were saying to him.
One photo, only one photo, bro. Only one photo, bro.
Wait, what? What was he saying?
Stuff they were saying to him.
One photo, only one photo, bro. Only one photo, bro.
Is that what I heard?
That's crazy disrespectful. And saying the N-word and shit, like, come on, dog.
Oh no. That's crazy.
Seems like the kids in Greece have literally no respect for Marlon at all, going up to him and saying slurs, going around yelling his ex's name, and just causing a higher ruckus when they don't need to. Obviously, that's a big issue and they're weird for doing that, but these are just kids. I know some people are willing to throw them some bail, even though I'm definitely not. That's weird. You know better not to do those things. There are still people who are doing even worse. People who are grown enough to actually drive around in cars or going around following Marlon and throwing stuff at him, from water to eggs, just random stuff as he is walking by. And while words are just something you can ignore, try to walk away, and especially not engage in, since the people that are obviously doing this are younger, people that are driving around in cars chucking stuff at Marlon, they are just beyond weird and have actual issues going on.
I must start. Should I start fighting or not? Like,
I'm down.
Like, at what point do I like start? Wasn't even water either.
What was it?
I don't know, some spicy shit.
If you're old enough to drive a car, I would.
Oh my god, I did it again. Bro.
Hope you know you're old enough not to go
bro.
around throwing things at people just because they have a camera streaming around. And normally I'm here to laugh and point at people and talk about the crazy stuff that they're doing. I mean, I literally just made a video about Rakai and some other Clover boys being hooligans inside of a Walmart, but Marlon actually isn't really doing anything. He's not going around being rude to anybody that comes up to him. He's not going into businesses and establishments talking crazy to their employees or causing a lot of attention to himself or just trying to cause a complete ruckus. He's just walking around normally trying to explore the places that he's actually going to. At no point in time do I feel like he deserves any of this, and it just seems like random people that I can't even really call fans. They're just clout chasers at this point, trying to get some attention and clips off of doing weird stuff to him. That can only go so far before you get annoyed, and that apparently happened to Marlon while he was on the train, talking about how he is sick of how people are acting and genuinely is upset for the day that he was having because of the way people around him were going about doing things.
I've been trying so hard not to be rude.
Bro, me too. I'm not gonna lie. I've been snapping a little today, Chad. Bro, like, what do you expect, bro? Like, you're seeing crazy shit to be disrespectful. They're throwing eggs at me. Like, you're seeing shit like that. Like I'm only human. You know what I'm saying?
Are they chasing him? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That's the one thing about doing this content. I don't know. I don't know. This is one thing about content that will always be like, you know, when I go out, like, I don't know, chasing and bro, that's crazy. Somebody gotta have a shower or something.
All of that.
This security is terrible. I swear, this security is terrible. All three should get fired. There's no way. How y'all that far behind? If somebody were to rush him as he's running, bro, come on, bro.
Could it possibly be fine? Random people throwing stuff at you, crazy kids going out and yelling wild things, and everyone around you basically acting like they don't have any manners or home training. But at the end of the day, he's a streamer who is smart, so he has security around him, and that's security's whole job, is to make sure not only does these things being thrown at him not happen again, these kids don't get too close, people aren't being too weird. You could actually have a nice time knowing that even though people might act weird while you're streaming, you're at least going to be safe. I wish that's what I could believe for Marlon's security, but that doesn't even seem like to be the case. Before we talk about the big thing, which is his security quitting in the middle of him doing stuff, we have to show some examples.
Wait, that was the wrong one.
Oh my God!
No, they quit on him. There's no way.
of the security basically not doing their job. I mean, you could probably see it throughout this entire video where he's getting stuff thrown at him and the security basically doesn't do anything, or the kid's running up and they can just walk right past them. But it happens a lot more times than you would think. Even while he was just sitting in the car surrounded by security, some people were able to just walk past him and actually try and get a picture.
Please.
What, bro? Like, what's he doing, bro? Like, yo, don't do that again. Don't do that again.
A kid randomly being able to walk up to your car, and thankfully he just wanted a picture. But imagine if that was a person with bad intentions. The security got out way too late. He's already opening the door. He's already sitting there taking a picture. And at that point, what is even the purpose of having security? It's like Marlon is a very big name. You can tell his entire car got surrounded. Even in moments of his trip, you can saw when he was running away, a bunch of people are following him. If someone has bad intentions and wants to do something to Marlon, there are too many people to count, too many crowds, too many people to keep track of, and that's the whole point of having security. You're supposed to keep you safe, and it just seems like they're not doing their job. They're doing their job so bad, in fact, that they ended up actually quitting, which is the big story of Marlon's whole trip. He apparently had security guards that wanted to quit in the middle of what they were supposed to be doing, really because they said they didn't know that his trip was going to be like iShowSpeed.
Crashing out. He's like, yo, if you told me it was gonna be like speed, like then I would have never done. I was like, brother, like how am I supposed to know?
And I said, What I say? So what I say? Okay.
What it's gonna be like before I get to a country. Like we told you that, you know, we might have a lot of people coming and all that stuff. Like he's like, and this is my security, they're coming with me. I'm like, bro, what? Like what? I try to be reasonable, you know, always. Now I apologize for the car, like I really do, but in this situation I just feel like you can't just like a conversation with me and be like, okay, this doesn't work with my car, can we maybe go to a more private spot, or do you want to hop into the next? Like you just gas and drops at the hotel midstream. Like I'm only here for one day, I want to make the best out of the country and do everything I can, and then it's like if I can't do that, then I've just wasted the whole country. Luckily, I've already done a lot, I think, but I'm gonna do more.
The full story is while Marlon was sitting there,
he probably didn't plan this thoroughly all the way through. Cause with Speed, at the same time, he's not as big as Speed, so like, I don't know. It's like stuff like this, you gotta prep OD, cause you're going to a whole nother continent that you not. Wait, he is from there, but like now in this circumstance, it's like he's going to a country where he doesn't know a lot of people. So like, it's not really the smartest thing to do without the proper security and all that. So
in the car with a bunch of kids banging on it, the security did not like that, because at the end of the day, it's their car. They don't want their vehicles to get damaged, and they were unable to get anywhere. So security ended up crashing out, getting so mad. Instead of taking Marlon to the other places he actually wanted to go, he drove right back to his hotel, dropped him off, and basically crashed out on him. And Marlon was going back and forth with him because he told him that this is how it was going to be. You signed up to be a security for a streamer, and this is how it's going to be. I assumed he probably thought Marlon wasn't going to be as big as Speed, or he wasn't going to have as much motion, so he did assume that everything was going to be all right.
I understand, but we paid you in security a lot of money, brother. A lot of money for the whole day. A lot of money, brother.
They pay to me. I don't want how you pay. It's your business with the guy you responsible.
Okay.
But here I pay. I told what is the itinerary, what is the program.
Understand.
He told me no program, they will stay. I don't know what it was, because the last year I had the Speed. It was the same situation, and the Speed he paid a lot of money after. He paid around 3,000 euro.
I'll pay you the same. I'll pay you more even, because I understand.
Wait, and I told the guy, if it's same Speed, please no, because my cars, they are for VIP, they are for the diplomatic quarter, they are for VIP businessmen, a lot of people. They are not for the guys to make la 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 la, because they are. This is my job. If the he will broke, what I can do?
1,000.
But you signed up for this, so like, how, like, that don't really make sense. His argument don't make sense.
Okay, can I explain now? Okay, can I explain more? Okay,
please.
I understand. Okay, so first I want to say, obviously, like I'm sorry for the people, you know, but I just didn't know that was gonna happen before we came here, right? So if we agree to something and you say, you know, then it's also a risk on you to know that maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't happen, you know. And then if there's any damage on the car and stuff, of course I will pay, of course. But you just drove me back to the hotel right away, like out of nowhere, and just dropped me outside the hotel when I paid. Like, that's a little crazy, no?
So they will arrange the police, they will arrange everything.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, you can't just.
You didn't expect.
No. But I'm just saying, you just drove me to the hotel and just dropped us off, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I will not drop. I come to clear. It's okay for me.
Okay, all right, all good. Thank you though. We're good.
No one's gonna be sitting there being happy that their car is getting bashed on by a bunch of kids, that they're unable to get anywhere, but that's kind of what you sign up for when you're a security. And if you didn't understand how big Marlon was, or you didn't understand how many people would actually be following him, then you probably shouldn't have taken the job anyway, because you can't imagine paying a ton of money, having you actually already be there, having the security guards already be there, and then all of a sudden just quitting in the middle of a job. That's money down the drain for Marlon. Now his entire plans are ruined because he has to either find new security or try to hash out with this security, which takes time away from stuff he actually could have been doing. I just don't understand how you're gonna be mad at security guard in this situation. Like, yes, it's understandable to not want kids banging on your car. I don't think anybody wants that. But to quit in the middle of a job because of something you signed up for and you not understanding fully what was going to happen is pretty wild.
Kurt, security for today, and we was around the whole day, you know. I'm not trying to be like that, but like he said in the car, he was with Speed too, apparently. And like, we got the security through like people we know, like, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, that was that. And then not trying to be like that. I don't want, like, nobody should have fans banging on anybody's car. Like, I would have been hot too, but at the same time, we told them all this before getting into it. So it's like, you know, we take a risk and they take a risk by doing it with their car and being a security for anybody, really, you know what I'm saying? So you know, we pay a lot of, like I'm just being honest, like a lot of money for security and a driver all day. Like, you can just imagine like having that for a full day, like around you 24/7 with that type of, like, kids banging on the door, kids slapping and whatever it is. So
it's pretty unfortunate for this to happen to Marlon. The only other streamer that really goes around and does this type of stuff is Speed, and he apparently got the same security guard as Speed. As you probably heard, he said that he already done Speed's tour before, so he's assuming he's going to have the exact same security with the exact same experience, and that just didn't actually end up happening. And it sucks that there was a bit of turmoil during the rest of his trips, but I'm assuming moving forward he's probably going to get better security, actually start moving differently, and hope that the other places that he goes to don't have the exact same issue as having random kids throw stuff at you or just act a complete fool for no real reason. It's a pretty unfortunate situation. I do hope it doesn't stop Marlon's tour, because if he wants to go around making content like this, then I think a lot of people would actually enjoy watching it. But at the end of the day, that is just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do that would be the comment section down below.
Man, I don't know, buddy. This get wicked. Like, safety gotta be more of a priority with this, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy.